Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. It's comics, comics, comics. That's just my catch-all title for whenever I'm either talking about new comics, comics that I read, back issues, or whatever. So let's talk about comics. But first and foremost, we got Dave Brink. How you doing, Dave? How's everything over there in the old world? I'm over here in the new world, talking to you through the magic of YouTube and the internet. How's it going, Dave? Dave's got his comic on Fund My Comic right now. The web, the campaign site, Perfect 10. I recommend it to everybody. Check it out. Go down to Fund My Comic. Check out Perfect 10. And when you're at Fund My Comic, you could also get Heroic Tales 2. So there you go. Is that the right? Oh, I didn't even give you the right link because I was checking out my campaign. Yeah, that is the right link. Okay, there you go. That's the right link. So go check out Heroic Tales 2 while you're there. Check out Perfect 10. And if anybody wants to pop in, here's the link. Turn on your camera, and we'll talk about comics. So I was snowed in today. They didn't even plow my neighborhood, so we couldn't even leave if we wanted to. So I had to take a day off of work. I couldn't even drive to the train station. They didn't even plow like main streets by me. I don't know what's going on. So glad I pay my property taxes. But so I'm snowed in. So lazy day reading comics. So one of the things that I read was Canteen Kate. Now Marcus Kelligrew was posted all of the Matt Baker romance covers. So that's like his thing. He's posting romance comic covers, and I like it because it's the first time I'm seeing a lot of this artwork. It's the first time I've seen a lot of these covers, so I appreciate it. But I always knew about Matt Baker. I knew he died young. I knew he was one of the earliest first black comic book artists, and he had believe it or not, they experimented with graphic novels in the 50s. They called them comic novels or illustrated novels. I forget the exact term, but it wasn't graphic novels. And it was rhymes with lust, and it was like an intrigue soap opera comic, and it was big. It was like I got a reprint of it. Of course, I didn't get the original one, but I always liked the art by Matt Baker, so I knew about Matt Baker, but I didn't know how good he was until Marcus started posting all of these romance covers. Now he drew I don't know how to describe it, but there's movement. I see like Will Eisner influence. I see like later on Hernandez brothers, but it's just these characters have movement and weight. I mean, look at every one of these people on this cover. So this is Canteen Kate. This is a hardcover of collected works of everything by Matt Baker did of Canteen Kate. Now she was a sergeant in the Ladies Auxiliary, in the Marines, and during World War II, and then I think later in Korea. I think it's mostly World War II, but it might be Korea. But it's comic book, so time is wonky. And I also know that the Sin Exchange, in the first comic, they're in an island off of Japan, and then later on they're in Korea. So I think it's just comic book land. You're not supposed to have continuity or anything like that. The only continuity is that she's a troublemaker, like I Love Lucy. She's just like scheming and scamming. Al is her boyfriend, and Major Herringbone is the major that is the straight man that's always going to get them in trouble. Other than that, there's like really no continuity. But man, I just fell in love with it. It's goofy. It's just charming artwork is the only way to describe it. I'm going to open up and look at a couple of pages. But first, Dave says, can't sleep. I'm doing very well. Can't complain about anything. Got new pages today. Everything's chugging along very nicely. Hey, Bootlegger Entertainment, how you doing? Are you the one who made a Project Nostradamus? Is that yours? I just backed that. If it was you, even if it wasn't you, I still back Project Nostradamus. And everybody's saying hello. So if anybody wants to come in, there's it jumped. If anybody wants to come in, here's the link, and we'll talk comics. Oh, that is you. Okay, come on down. Come on, send me a private message. We'll come on the channel and talk. Come on the channel and talk. So I just wanted to show off some of this. Usually I just talk about the cover, but just look at that. Look at the movement in it. You know, the coloring's off. Matt Baker, as far as I know, he also does the coloring. But I just love this. So here's the table of contents. Here's all the stories. This is every appearance of Canteen Kate. Where did I find this? I got this on Amazon. Matt Baker, the complete Canteen Kate. So it's from 1951 to 1953. That's all. This is all the appearances of Canteen Kate. So it was Fighting Marines #2, Fighting Marines #3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then Canteen Kate 1, 2, and 3. The Anchor Andrews 1 and Fighting Marines #15. These are all the appearances of Canteen Kate. So here's an introduction by Bob Burton, who also does Flaming Carrot. And this is some early Bob Burton artwork. He was talking about how he was influenced by Matt Baker, and he drew this. Matt Baker did some Phantom Woman comics, and here you go. So this is Fighting Marines, Yalu Death Squad, Canteen Kate, a GI's Dream. So look at just look at this. The way Canteen Kate, I don't know what it is, but she's always got the shirt a little unbuttoned too much, the rolled up shorts. Most of the time she's barefoot, you know, like she's always like, I don't know, like sexy, but not like, what's the word? Gross, you know? She's just sexy is the only way to describe her. And she's always causing trouble. Look how cute she is, you know? And she's like the only girl on this military base with all the Marines. Just look at these colors. So good. The backgrounds are so detailed. I could just gush on this. Is this from the 50s? Yes, this is from 1951 to 1953. Yeah. Hope you're having a blessed day. I am having a blessed day. Thank you for asking. But so look at this. So tonight they're having a USO show. This girl's going to come and dance. And she's just like, why is everybody paying attention to her? Look at me, you know. look at that dame, you know. She's like, oh, I have an idea. And I love that she's just like, they all, oh, you got to go. See you next time. Okay, see you next time. Thanks for popping in. But there's just so much, I don't know. Like, how does she get away with all this stuff? Because she's in the Women's Auxiliary Army, you know, and she runs the canteen. That's the just so. What does she do? Through antics and everything like that, she becomes the understudy of this woman, and then through zany antics, she gets it so that this woman can't perform. So now she's going to perform, and she's like, all right, here's my big chance. I'm going to sing. I'm going to dance. Da-da-da-da-da-da. She's just the woman that stands there, and he throws knives at her. So she's the army, you know, the target. Fighting Marines. So they're just short, like 8-page little stories. Just like I said, it's the organic movement that Matt Baker puts into these drawings. There's no stiffness. Like look at this. Look at the way she's standing. There's weight on this leg. This leg is not. It's just perfect. He is so good. You know, and like I said, he draws her sexy, but like she's not. She's like almost there. She's almost like inappropriate. Like her shirt's just a little unbuttoned too much. You know, you can tell that this is a woman wearing the clothes. You know, here she is, and then of course he doesn't recognize her. This is Major Herringbone. He's the straight man, so he orders her. He's in uniform, so she's got to go. You know, go to duty. You know, I'm not going to combat. You know, I just run the canteen. So she always gets herself in trouble. So and why she stole the uniform? Because she ruined her boyfriend's uniform. And then, of course, this uniform's got fluorescent dye on it, so they get in trouble. And it always ends with like she gets her boyfriend in like the in the clink. You know, look at these covers. So now all the boys are looking at pinup pictures. Look at these pinups. They think of Al would never waste those times when he could look at me and Al's the one with the pinups. Give me those pictures, What are you looking at pictures? And she rips them all up. And he's like, what are you doing? That was the colonel's daughter. I went to go get the mail, and now you ripped up pictures of the colonel's daughter. And she's like, well, look at me. I'll be the pinup girl. So now that's the story is where are they going to go where they could take pictures of her. So everywhere they go, something's going on, They're going out to the woods, and it's camouflage practice. Ta-da-da. And then she leans on says bridge this way, and then the general drives by and he crashes because she leans in front of her and says, broken, do not go this way. Every way she goes, she's a screw up, And then she's replacing she doesn't know it's the colonel's daughter, so she's replacing the pinup picture. So she hangs up pictures of the colonel, comes back, and his wife is like, what do you got this picture of this girl? Where's that picture of that daughter? Da, 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 da. It's just hijinks ensue. Ready, aim, fire. And this is like another thing about her. She's never just sitting. She's like luxuriating everywhere. Like very, like, I don't know. Like she's seductive, but at the same time, she's not trying to be seductive. It's just the way Matt draws them. She's not against pinup pictures. She wants the attention. If you're going to look up pinup pictures, why are you looking at pinup pictures when she's walking around with her shirt unbuttoned? Just this art is so good. And I've been playing with the idea of doing a romance style comic. So she's going to do weed whacking. There's too many weeds growing out, so she's going to go get the weed trimmer, and lo and behold, it's the flamethrower. So she's setting the base on fire. And then Al ends up in the clink again. She always gets her boyfriend locked up. So now they're coming out. The general's coming out here to dig fox. They're bringing the boys to bring foxholes. Oh, she's taking a bath. She's like, oh, what am I gonna do? She's like running around naked. Now she's getting dressed and going home. One of the guys gives her a ride, and just. She's going to dig a new location for the canteen. She's using the steam shovel. The steam shovel's just causing problems all over the place. She's just messing everything up. So what happens is she kicked up all the dirt and brought the dirt and had poison ivy. And now everybody's got poison ivy. Da 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 da. She's just a nuisance. She's just a nuisance. Just like she's always just like luxuriating. And now. Of course, this the colonel bought a new vase. She's got to pick it up and bring it back. She breaks it. Where's my new vase? It's like a sitcom. Where's my whatever. So now they're bringing flour over here, but she's hiding the broken vase of the thing, and it's just stupid, But it's this art is so good. The art is so good. So here's another one. Another actress is coming to town, and she's she wants to take her apart, and here's a text story. Just look at that. Just look at that pin up right there. This is the cover for Canteen Kate #1. It's just so good. Just so good. So now they're all getting, and look at this. So they're all going to go to Yokohama for the weekend and pick up Japanese girls. They're like, we got a bunch of money. We're going to go pick up girls. They're Marines. What do you think they're going? And she's like, I'm going with you. They're like, no, you're not. And she's like, I'm going with you. I'm going to Yokohama. So she's sneaking in the truck to go with them to, what I mean? It's like she knows what boys are like. She doesn't care, but she just wants to go, So now she's dressed up as a soldier. She gets on the wrong line, and now she's got a parachute. Sleepy time girl, he doesn't want to sleep. There's so many great shots in here. I really like this one. Is they get a jukebox, so now she's just dancing with everybody. She gets a little Asian sidekick. His name is Hiya Joe. Just so good. This one, so they're finding out they got to move, so she puts the canteens for sale. And she's like, let's see what happens. See if anybody will give me money. So they put down Canteen Kate is for sale, and they're all bidding on her. And one of the major buys her and carries her off. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, monkey steals the bananas. She's chasing the monkey. She wants to shoot the monkey. You know, it's just fun. It's just a fun. And here, Hiya Joe becomes a major character. I love this. So the cover for Canteen Kate #3. You know, she's got all the stuff. She's going to the showers, and all the guys are like, huh? You know, I just love this. Of course, what would it be when she makes her boyfriend dress up as a Japanese hooker, you know, and of course the sergeant likes her and they want to go on a date, and what? The MPs find them it's just stupid, you know, but I love it. Just look at the way she looks. Now it's on fire. She's putting out a fire. Canteen's on fire. Just the art is so freaking good. So freaking good. And then this is the predecessor. This is Leatherneck Jack, and he meets this girl, a redhead, who is a bartender. This came out before Canteen Kate. And then when they said, we're going to make basically a series about this like basically call girl got toned down to the sweetheart Canteen Kate, but this is like the proto version. And there you go. Yeah, so you can get this. I got this on Amazon a couple of days ago. I read it. I started reading it last night and I finished it tonight. So there we go. A lot of comments. So I'm gonna put some comics on the lip and we'll talk about these. So now these are other comics that I read. Where are we? Arkham Stat. I love old school comics compared to Cherry Forever or Mandy. Yep. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Golden Age comics. I really like the Golden Age comics. Silver Age comics, I always said that I didn't like, but I'm starting to realize I like a lot of them. I just don't like Silver Age DC superheroes. You know, now I'm realizing that the Silver Age war and sci-fi were pretty good. It's just I don't like DC Silver Age superhero comics. Very languid. Languid is a word. There's a word. Created by people who actually lived through World War II, a time period modern creators can only replicate secondhand. Yeah, people with lived experience, lives. You know, not tourists. You know, not tourists. These people actually went to war. You're a tourist. Come take out gerbils. This is why we should not have women in the military, or at least women like her. Oh, this woman should not be allowed anywhere. She's just a menace. You know, she's just a self-centered troublemaker. You know, there's got to be a reason they keep her around. Her food must be good. Phenomenal artwork here. Love that old school Thomas stuff. It's so good. Matt Baker is the artist. I'm looking for more Matt Baker. He did some Phantom Girl. I gotta check out, see if I can get any of those. Zach shall have me at attention. Yep. This comic is for middle-aged Republican. Older than that, your boy Zach came out in the 50s. This is for older than middle-aged. Jeez, this is for boomers. Yes, it is. Just another fake fan review from a fake fan. You can't get faker than me. I have 58,000 comic books, but that's just fake. That's just fake. So here we got Wrath of God 3, Fear Hollow. This is Aaron Lopresti. Now, I'm just a little, the CG Kings could go blow smoke as far as I'm concerned. But Aaron Lopresti's a good guy. I kind of feel bad for him. He's kind of hoodwinked into CG and doesn't have the cojones to stand up on his own. But he's the most talented, and he's making a great comic. Good art, good story, good characters. Everything about this comic is good. You know, stand up on your own talent. CG's an albatross. They're just holding you back there, Aaron. But I do recommend this. Issue number 1 was by far the best, but he's doing good. Issue number 2 was okay. This one picks up again. So there's my review of Wrath of God. So here is. I want to put all of these together. I mixed everything up. Okay, where are they? So there's 3 of these. Watching me sort comics is a lot of fun. I got to admit. Right? Okay, there we go. And pronouncing this will be the death of me. So, Eudaimonia. Okay, Joshua Plack. He was on my channel. I picked up all 3 of these comics, and I got to say the rhyming lyrical writing style, I couldn't stand it. I absolutely couldn't stand it. Like this, like the couplets or whatever they go. They only knew he fought the war, though if he pressed not one could say how. Some claimed to see him at the supply store. Through his acre held neither seed nor plow. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. But I did like it. I like the story. I like the through line. I really, really like the art. The coloring is good. You know what this is? This is a Vertigo comic. This is DC Vertigo comic. You know, it's a rough story. Which one? Number 2 was by far my favorite. Oh yeah, this comic, one of my favorite comics of the year. Just so good. Glossy interiors. No, this one. Yes, this one is glossy, but the other 2 are not. Once I got past that sing-songy rhyme, I just can't stand that. But I was engaged in the characters. I like the stories. You know, it's little short stories with like a through line. This art hooked me in. You know, it again. If you like DC's Vertigo stuff, you're gonna love this. This is right up your alley. This is a Vertigo comic that Vertigo didn't realize. But this one, issue number 2. This is great. This is absolutely great. I was wrapped by this. It's pretty much one big long story with 2 characters. You know, I don't want to spoil it, but this just good. This is one of the best comics of the year, as far as I'm concerned. It's just so good. The 3rd issue, I gotta say, it was all right. It was all right. It was an anthology. Some stories were better than most, but it had a tough act to follow. That 2nd issue was so good. So good. So I'll say issue 2 by far the best. Issue 1 was good, and issue 3, okay, but it worth it. You know, if they come out with a 4, I'll be getting it. So I've been reading Miss Tree. Look at that cover. She's just joyfully willing to murder people with her Uzi. This is just flat out detective stories. You know, it's no superheroes, no magic, no high tech. It's just a detective procedural story. You know, real world, set in the 80s. So it's not even like cell phone technology. I really, really like it. So, you know, she killed somebody. Well, she killed a lot of people, but now they finally had enough. They bring her to justice. They bring her to court, and then they find her guilty, not guilty through reasons of insanity. She pleads, so she goes to a loony bin. While she's in the loony bin, she finds out that somebody's trying to kill her. And she ends up killing another person, and through this finds out that the whole bit it's like a Somalian scammer. They're taking money, pretending to treat people, and then the warden tries to have her killed. She kills like 4 more people, and then they drug her. You know, so now she finally gets out, and she has a completely different personality. And they're trying to give her the gun, and she's freaking out, and It raises the questions, like at what point all these psychotropic drugs. So finally they get her to like flush the drugs down the toilet, and she becomes herself again. Here we got the X-Men over here in Japan. Great. This is full on John Byrne, Terry Austin goodness. This is Dave Cockrum doing the covers. I did it for Sunday Comics. This is the Atlantean magazine. Got this on Find My Comic. It's still available. So this is, why don't they have their names on the cover? Arrow Comics. Russ Leach and Randy Zimmerman doing Robert E. Howard's King Kull. So this is King Kull, not Conan. I don't know much about King Kull, so this is cool to read. This is cool to read. I really like it. Black and white, barbarian murder in time. You know, so if you like that, this, I mean, it's Robert Howard. It's a loyal. As far as I know, I never read the King Kull stories. As far as I know, it's a right out of the story adaptation of King Kull. What time is it? It's time to get ill. We all know that. It's not a good look while you're in prison for a murder. You have to kill it self-defense. Yeah. Well, yeah. Everywhere, Miss Tree stacks the bodies. That's all I got to say. She's just stacking the bodies. So, well, here's X-Men 121. I just did this yesterday for Sunday Comics. This is X-Men fighting Alpha Flight for the first time. Such a good comic. Such a good comic. You can see by Sunday Comics from yesterday. And then, oh, geez. Metal Straw. Metal Straw, anybody? We went and got milkshakes from Five Guys. All right, so this is Roy Beckwith and the Cursed Continent. This just showed up and I read this. So I got all the covers. So I don't know if he sent me all the covers or if I bought all the covers, but I got all the covers. So I'll just show all the covers. So it's all the same interiors, different cover. So here's Roy Beckwith, The Cursed Continent. I like this. This is just like a, I forget what the word is, but like sepia-toned cowboy looking. Here's more action-oriented, him fighting an Indian. This shows the shaman. So this is like Weird West. Yeah, so like this, there's like some, oh, I got two of these. I didn't notice this. I got two of these. Here we got all the characters on the cover. I like this. This one might be my favorite. This just looks like a spaghetti western cover, spaghetti western poster cover. So yeah, I liked it. I don't want to spoil it. It just came out, but it's a weird western in that there's a shaman who has magic powers. So it's a good story. He says this could be like 12 issues. So you know, just scratching the surface. You know, guy's recovering from heroin and he works on a farm, and that's all I'm telling you. That's all I'm telling you. But I liked it. So this second appearance of these, because Fabrizio and I Saturday night did Post-Tentious. We talked about Mr. X #1. Confusion ensues when somebody asks her body count. Yes. Oh, you just got Roy Beckwith the other day. You like all genres equally? My favorite superheroes. My favorite for comic books. My favorite genre is superheroes. But I like war. For the longest time, I didn't like westerns, but now I'm loving Western comic book westerns. I've been reading the Jonah Hex, Michael Fleischer's. They're so good. I never really liked war because I figured if you wanted to read about war or be entertained about it, just watch a movie. They do it so well. But I'm liking war comics now. Sci-fi, you know. So yeah. I like them all. I like comics. I never thought I'd be reading those silly romance Canteen Kate, because they're not war comics. They don't talk about war. It's a silly girl, you know, messing things up. But I just love it, you know. And I've been getting some girl like Chili Storm and Millie the Model. I'm enjoying them. I mean, I'm this close to start buying Archie comics, you know. But Mr. X, this is just a sci-fi mystery. This is so good. This is how I learned about the Hernandez brothers. That's number 5. That's number 4. That's number 3. And that's number 2. This is number 3 of the Atlantean. Nope, that's number 1. Okay, so I showed number 3. This is number 1, and then number 2 is behind it. So it's, fighting big old bear wolves. That's Brule, his partner, his buddy. And then in the comic, she's a brunette. So I don't know why they have her as blonde, but why not? So they're taking this girl who knows where the treasure is, and she's going to betray them. So here, here they have her as what her hair color really looks like. The Hydra attacks. So she leads them to where she thinks the monsters are going to kill them, and hijinks ensue. What else? So, okay, can I fit the last batch? No. Okay, so 2 more batches to go on the lip. So here's X-Men 120. This is the first appearance of Alpha Flight. They really make Alpha Flight look like a bunch of jerks. They come across as incompetent assholes. Is the only way to describe. I would say on a sliding scale. What my likes? John likes war. Clip that out of context. Yep. So here we go. More X-Men. Moses Magnum. This is Dave Cockrum cover. So this is I bought X-Men 114, and then the next X-Men I bought was 119. So I missed those 5 issues in between. And then from this issue on, I didn't miss an X-Men comic for like 20 years. I got them every month. So more Miss Tree. Interesting comic is this girl from high school goes to the city and becomes a porn star. And so now her contract is about to expire. She wants to go work for herself, work for her own agency. So, oops, it turns out that her first year working in the business, she was underage. So now everybody's coming down and she's crying and blah, blah. Turns out she planned the whole thing. She lied. She told her so she just manipulated everybody. So she knew once her contract expired, she would, all the controversy, so they goofed on Tracy Lords. So, again, they don't show any nudity, but they show look at this sleazy guy, it's such a good comic, So I'll put more Miss Tree in the front, and there we go. So here's Miss Tree. She gets captured on Christmas, and they tie her up, Christmas tree, She doesn't have superpowers, so she gets herself into situations. Oh, let me. This is out of focus. I will stop the camera. And start the camera again, just to get it in focus. There we go. That's better focus. All right. So there you go. There's that story. This is the second part of that porno. This is the guy he shows this like the third time he shows up, and every time he shows up, he asks Miss Tree to pose for his magazine. His magazine is King Lear magazine, and every time he shows up, she gets along with him, and then all of a sudden, the last second, he's like, "Well, you want to pose yet?" And then she belts him, And I mean, it's the art, but she's supposed to be very good looking. I know she looks like 50-year-old school teacher, but she's supposed to be a good-looking woman. That's just the art style. So I read Psychic Sam, really liked it. Good. I'm looking forward to the next issue. John, did I get that pager? What are you talking about? What pager? I don't know what you're talking about. Psychic Sam. This is Mark Miller and John Romita Jr. It's just imagine the Punisher all of a sudden gets flashes of precognition, so he knows who to go after. So it's kind of like if he kills them before he kills anybody, he's in trouble. So it's quite a predicament. Did you? Oh, you sent me. When did you send me a page? I got the page that you sent me that I said was cool. You know, the roughs, and then you said you were going to ink it out. If you're finished, I did not see it yet. Did you just send it while we were talking? Because the last I saw was you. You know, talking about. So I guess it was about 3 hours ago. Or did you upload it? I got to say no because I have no idea. So this is good. Recommend that. This is Blue Coats. So here's the title: Blue Coats, Volume 1. So this is French. Is it French? I think it's a French book, but it's about the Union soldiers in the Civil War. So it's a French comic about American Civil War, you know, blue coats versus the gray coats. So the North versus the South. And they're just two bumbling idiots. They get captured. They go to Robertsonville prison, and they're you know, it's like Abbott and Costello go to a real prisoner camp in the Civil War. And if you know anything about the Civil War, those prisoner camps were rough. They were rough. And here we go. This is the last one. This is the first issue of The Horseman by Chuck Dixon for Rippaverse, autographed by him. I liked it. He's, you know, what I like about it is he's kind of an incompetent Punisher. You know, the Punisher don't make no mistakes. He kills everybody with precision. The Horseman is still an amateur. He's a rookie. That I like a lot. He's making mistakes, and the mistakes are causing him problems. He's not just going in there like Batman and cleaning house and going home and having dinner with his family. No, he's messing up, and I think he's messing up big time, and that's making it really fun. So that's all the comics that I read, bought, talked about since the last time. So Mark Millar comics are always tough sell to me. They're often pretty mean-spirited, dark. Yes. Completely 100% agree. Kick-Ass. There's 3 series of Kick-Ass. I read 2 of them, and the third one I'm putting on the shelf for a while. I need to let my bile go down, cleanse it with some Canteen Kate. You know what I mean? I get where you're going. It's like Nemesis. I never want to read that again. It was just too awful, you know. So I get what you're saying, you know. And then he could make like stuff like, what was the comics, Starlight? And I think Huck is pretty wholesome. Yeah, I need to get Horseman too. Oh, I didn't know it was out yet. Okay, I gotta get it. I didn't know it was out yet. And that's everything. That's everything. So unless, you know, I'll keep talking. Unless the comments die, I got nothing else to say. That was all I wanted to say. So, moral dilemma: if his superpower is to know beforehand that someone is going to, let me click on it. Moral dilemma: if his superpower to know beforehand someone's going to murder somebody, can he stop? Yeah, that's just it. Can he kill somebody before they kill somebody else? Does that make him the murderer? That's the dilemma. It's a pretty interesting dilemma, you know. But he doesn't have flight or anything like that. So by the time he gets there, the person has killed, you know. So far, that hasn't happened yet. But that is interesting. Like psychic, who's like that movie, Minority Report. I got so many problems with that movie, Minority Report. So I didn't know it was out. So I got to get Horseman number 2. I will definitely get Horseman number 2. So that's everything. So I got to go check out a page of art from Arkham. I didn't know he sent it. And yeah, Arkham, always send it to me first on Twitter. Let me approve it. And then, because once it's in the file, that means it's paid for, and then you're gonna screw yourself. So that's the process. You know, show me on Twitter. Like, okay, that's cool, because once it's there, that's where all complete art goes. I don't want to have to take it down if we need to fix something. You know what I mean? It's going to get confusing. So that's only for finished inks. Yeah, it's okay. And I got a new guy. I'm so anxious to see what he says. Renzo sent me another page today. Things are cooking. Things are cooking. So, all right, I guess I'm done. Just a good old half hour. Just want now I can put these comic books away. And tomorrow at noon I'll talk to Jeff D. Wednesday at noon I'll talk to Carol. What's her name? Carol Brown. Wednesday night it's RJ comic book team up. Thursday night I'm going to do Avengers Assembly. Avengers Assemble. I'm going to start with when I started reading the Avengers, just like I'm doing with the X-Men. And then Friday it's Gardner Fox and Julie Schwartz versus Jack Kirby, Stan Lee over on It's Clobbering Time. All right, I'll see you guys. I just wanted now I can put these comics away. That was really why I wanted to do this. So thanks a lot, everybody, and it's good night, kids.
Goodbye, kids.